And good evening, sports fans. Welcome into Harvey Simpson Stadium on the campus of Southland Academy. I am Brett Taylor. Alongside me, Coach Chip Champion. I'd like to also thank Logan Veal for helping us out on the camera tonight. And, Coach, this will be the third matchup here for the Westfield Hornets on this young 2021 season. And this is a foe that they know very well. Both of these teams only separated by about, 40 miles or so. So they know each other well. It should be a very good matchup to see where Westfield is here.
Yeah, we know each other really well. The kids have played each other since they were in elementary school, so They know each other real well. I think they like each other off the field. But, here for the next couple hours, they won't like each other real well. There's not a lot of love lost and a lot of good competition between these two schools.
Absolutely, and it's been a wet week so far. I know you and I talked about it as far as at Westfield, just the saturation on the field. I wonder how that's going to factor into this game. You can kind of look down there and see how lush it is right now.
Yeah, there's some pretty good wet spots on the field, and I told you earlier, I'm not sure we could play if it was at our place tonight because the field's just that wet. So I hope that doesn't factor into tonight's game. You like for the kids to settle it on the field, but you never know. And the thing about it is both teams are going to have to play on the same field, so you just had to deal with it. At least we're dry right now.
Absolutely, and that's with as much precipitation as we've had in the area, that's a bright spot. It's cool and it's dry, at least coming from the sky. It'll be a little wet on the playing field, but we'll quickly go through our starters here for Westfield, and we may have some changes. But these are the starters coming into tonight. At the wide receiver position, you've got four of them. Number 2, Brody McDaniel. Number 3, Noah Blackman. Number 5, Ryan Powers. Number 26, Bishop Smallwood. At quarterback, number 11, Hunter Kirkley. And then the line looks like this. Number 33, Dean Massey. Number 50, Seth Andrews. Number 52, Hudson McGee. Number 62, Cole Miller. And number 72, Tanner Roberson. So those are the starters for, I missed running back Cameron Kalmbach. He'll be back tonight in the lineup as well. And then the starters on defense for Westfield look like this. Number 2, Brody McDaniel at defensive back. Coleman Williams will be a scratch. He, I believe, got hurt a couple weeks ago, so we'll have a replacement in for him. Also at defensive back, number 10, Billy Jack Gregory. You've got at linebacker, number 16, Bryant Greer. Another linebacker, number 30, Brady Greer. You've got Trey Hardy, number 25 at defensive back, and also Bishop Smallwood, number 26 at defensive back. And then the defensive line looks like this. Number 50, Seth Andrews. Number 51, William Stringer. Number 55, Luke White. Number 62, Cole Miller. So those are the starters for Westfield, and we're quickly set here for the kickoff as number 17 for the Raiders of Southland Academy, Chase Ledger, the 11th grader, will be kicking off. He's also the quarterback. Watched him in warm-up some. And Westfield will have back deep to receive, I believe, their normal cast of characters. Number 5, Ryan Powers. And I believe, is that number 3?
Yep, that's Noah Blackman.
Noah Blackman. So those are the returners for Westfield. So we'll see Chase Ledger, toe meets leather, and Powers will receive it at the 10-yard line. Gets upfield, big hole in the middle, but great tackle right there. Didn't make out a number.
It's number 8, I think.
Number 8, that is Keaton Griffin making the tackle. And Westfield will start in pretty good field position at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, nice return right there. We opened up a couple of nice gaps for Ryan there.
And that's a good thing. Sometimes you just want to get upfield, pick up as much as you can. You know where that wedge is going to be. And stick your nose in there and get decent field position to start with.
Get what you can get.
Absolutely.
Everybody thinks it's only a success if you run it back for a touchdown, and that's not necessarily the case.
So Kirkley will come out. He's got 3 wides to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to switch Kalmbach in the backfield and going to fake the handoff and keep the quarterback run. Picks up maybe a yard, and he'll be shut down there at about the 35-yard line, and that will bring up 2nd down and 9.
That's number 54, Derek Lane on the tackle.
So Lane coming in for the Raiders, making a good tackle there on the quarterback keeper. And Westfield going to come out in a different formation now. 2 left, 2 right. Kirkley drops back, looking to throw across the middle. It just out of the reach of, is that Blackman again? He was looking to hit, I think, if he'll turn his number. No, that's number 2. That is
Brody
McDaniel on the
those jerseys right up, and it's hard to make out.
He was perpendicular to me the whole time. I could never get him to turn to see the number. So Westfield will have 3rd down and 9 at their own 35-yard line here. They go back to the first play formation there with 3 to the left of Kirkley, 1 to the right. Snap on the way back to him. He's going to throw a screen. It's low and goes incomplete, and Westfield will have to punt.
It was actually better that he dropped it because he slipped down. He would, even if he'd caught it, he'd lost about 3 yards on the play.
So not the start you wanted if you're Westfield. They come out and unfortunately will quickly kick the ball back over to Southland. Number 62, Cole Miller, will be doing the punting for Westfield. Back deep to receive will be,
Is it 8?
It's either 8 or 7. Either Keaton Griffin. I think it's Keaton Griffin. Is that the bad snap, but a decent punt gotten away? No, that's number 11, Banks Simmons.
Yeah, nice job by Cole right there to field that high punt. That could have been really bad for the Hornets right there. But number 62 making a really athletic play right there.
Yeah, for a big guy, a great job of him coming up with that and getting a decent punt away.
Yeah.
And flips field position, and Westfield will go on defense, and the Southland Raiders will have the ball at their own 27-yard line. Again, number 17, Chase Ledger, will bring his Raiders out. Some big boys down there for both squads. Number 76 stands out, Daniel Say, and also number 42, John Say. They're brothers.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. Southland's always got some huge kids.
So Ledger going to drop back and fire. It looks like the receiver slipped. That's number
15.
15, excuse me. That's Buddy Brady, who slipped down on the play.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Brody McDaniel on the coverage there. And you can see that the field conditions are starting to play a little bit of a factor.
So Westfield forces a 2nd down and 10 from, again, the 27-yard line of the Southland Raiders. They're going to come out in 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right, with a back to the left of Ledger. And Westfield setting up. They're going to hand the ball off to number 9. Excuse me, I don't have a number 9.
5.
Excuse me, number 5, David Dickens. And the senior running back picks up a couple yards.
Yeah, Luke White there on the tackle, looks like.
So Luke White back in the mix of things tonight and makes a play. So 3rd down and 7 now for the Raiders. Westfield had a net, 1 yard on their first drive.
Yep.
Right now the Raiders, they've got 3 positive yards.
Sort of that feeling out process here early in the game.
Absolutely. The Raiders come in 1-2 on the young season. And Westfield 1-1. Ball snapped back to Ledger. Throw out to number 15. And that tackles mate. That's Jackson Slade with the catch.
And
Mason Eason.
Yeah. No, that's our number 15.
Goodness gracious.
Billy Jack Gregory on the tackle. I know that.
Buddy Brady, I had the wrong page flipped over. So 1st and 10 right there. Nice pickup on the pass play. And Westfield yields the first down of the game here. 9:51 to go. First quarter, no score. But Southland has picked up the game's first down. Ledger going to come out and send a man in motion. Ball fumbled. And looks like Ledger got back on it. Westfield does a good job of collapsing in on him. He sent a man in motion out of like a wing T formation.
They are a mixture of spread and wing T look. It's sort of a crazy combination, but they've done that for the last few years.
So 2nd down and 11 after the fumble from the quarterback. Again, probably moisture playing a role there.
Oh, I guarantee you that ball's going to get wet, and there's going to be slipping and sliding in a wet football, and it's going to be going to be whoever limits the mistakes tonight.
Ledger has his team in a bunch formation looking to throw in the flats. Looks like we may have a hold. Westfield plants somebody. Ledger gets loose down to the 40-yard line of the Hornets, but there's a flag inside, and I believe that's going to come back for a holding, and we'll see what the call is. Looks like it is a hold on Southland. So,
that negates a big play right there.
So, instead of having the ball inside the Hornet 40-yard line, Southland will now have second down, and I believe it's going to be about
in Montezuma
21 maybe, because they're going to mark it off from around the line of scrimmage. Where the flag was thrown.
Yeah, it's going to be right at second and 20 or third and 20, second and 20.
So second down and 21. Ledger comes out with a 2-by-2 formation there. And a handoff inside, or excuse me, to the outside. Nice tackle right there.
It's Kallenbach and I think it was Luke White on the tackle.
Was that number 5 again for?
Yes, I think so.
Excuse me, that's the wrong one. David Dickens on the carry, so that'll bring up third down and probably about 18 to go. I suspect you're probably going to see some sort of draw. Or
something safe
screen.
Right here, I would think.
They've got 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Ledger takes a snap, looking to throw, throws out, and a nice form tackle right there. Is that Porter Falk?
No, that's actually
Trey Hardy?
Bishop Smallwood right there.
Bishop Smallwood, number 26. Again, the bunching up of the numbers are hard to make out whether that's a 6, 4, or 5. So fourth and about 17, maybe a gain of a yard on that play. Just a stand-up route outside.
Well, that's one of those plays right there that if Bishop makes the play, great. If he doesn't, it's a big play.
Right. So Ledger back to punt. A pretty decent punt. Gets it turned over. Ryan Powers catches it about the 30-yard line, and Westfield's going to have field position in the exact spot that they started out their first drive. So first down and 10 for the Hornets at their own 34-yard line.
A big killer right there for Southland was that big penalty.
You definitely shoot yourselves in the foot instead of having first down and 10 inside the 40-yard line.
The game of football is real simple. You don't turn the ball over and you don't have mistakes, penalties, and when you do, it's hard to recover from them.
Right. You try not to beat yourself, and you allow your opponents to make mistakes, and sometimes just getting it back over the net is a good play.
Yeah.
To use a tennis analogy. Hand the ball off up the middle. Is that Kalmbach or Porter Falk?
Yep, that's Porter Falk.
Had a little bit bigger of a burst there than Kalmbach does, although Kalmbach is kind of your steady runner. Porter Falk bursts through the line and picks up the first.
Gain of about 7,
Yeah, good run for Westfield. So that'll bring
him 8. I give him 8 on that.
Second down and 2. Coach Champion's right. He picks up a full 8 yards there on that play. Westfield going to go back to the 3-by-1 look with 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff again to Porter Falk. He breaks to the outside, gets in open field, and it's going to be a flag coming in. I don't know. Is that a face mask? That's a long way down the field to be a hold.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm guessing a face mask, but I'm not.
We'll hold the phone here to see what it is. Yep. He's holding up 5 fingers, so I'm assuming they're saying it's incidental.
Yeah, well.
But we'll see. I don't know. It looks like he's conferring with our face mask. 5 yards, I believe, is what it's going to be. So that'll just tack on after the first down run for Westfield. Porter Falk coming in with a little bit of a burst here in this second drive of the game for the Hornets.
Yeah, and our offensive lines actually had a little bit of a surge the last couple of plays too.
Well, I tell you what, I would suspect that the line of scrimmage with both of these squads is going to be the key to this ball game.
I would argue that it's the key to the ball game in any football game.
Agreed.
No matter what level, Yeah, of course, that's the old school guy in me. Yeah, but no matter what offense you run, you better be able to control the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. Westfield right now doing a good job of firing off. They're going to hand the ball off, but Southland with good penetration in the backfield.
Yeah.
Porter Falk loses a yard on that play. So
yeah, that was a 30 on the tackle right there.
That's number 30, Will Godwin. You'll have to bear with us. We do have the band down to our bottom right, kind of diagonally, if you will. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Kirkley has 3 to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to drop back to pass. They're going to throw a screen, get it out to, I think that's Blackman, who breaks across the field. He's in the open field. He may score.
Yeah,
is there a flag?
Down.
Dang. This may be illegal man downfield, but they threw the ball behind the line of scrimmage.
I think we're going to get a block in the back right here, looks like to me.
So did he score? No, he got down inside the 5.
Yeah, he's on the 5.
So we'll see what the call is.
But I'm guessing that it's going to be a block in the back.
Westfield making their way back.
Oh, blindside block.
Oh, wow.
One of those peel black blocks right there.
And that's kind of been a point of emphasis over the last few years.
Yeah, it's a safety thing. That's you see a lot of injuries occur when that guy has no clue that block is coming from behind him. And really it's a sort of an unnecessary thing.
Right, because most of the time the player's got the angle on him anyways.
Yeah, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, so it's going to end up costing us 5 yards.
Right.
And it should be
second down and
again.
16.
Yeah, 2nd down again.
So Westfield will have the football, but instead of inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, ultimately that's about a 45-yard penalty.
Kirkley rolls to his right. He's just going to get out of bounds, maybe picks up a yard.
Yep.
So that'll be 3rd down and 15 now. Nowhere to go with the football there. And 3rd down and 15 for the Hornets with 5:11 to go here in the first quarter. Westfield has their best drive of the game so far, but unfortunately a blindside block personal foul has backed them up on a play that would have got them inside the red zone.
Yeah. And
so,
again, each team has had a big play negated because of a penalty.
So Kirkley in the gun. And, linebacker walked down on that backside.
Yeah, he was almost offside.
Pretty close to being in the neutral zone, which is an automatic dead ball 5-yard penalty. There is no getting back on your side. Looking to throw here into the flat. A nice throw, just a little high to Blackman. And that'll bring up 4th down now for the Hornets.
Yeah, just overthrew him.
That's a difficult one right there to drive the ball down. It's a long throw to the far sideline.
That's a tough throw right there. But, Hunter showed off his arm. Usually that one's underthrown.
So Miller back to punt. He had a good punt the last time. Better snap this time. That kick is away, end over end. And we'll see if it does any dancing, and it does not. It goes into the end zone.
It tried to check up a little bit.
So, we may have a flag. What's the deal?
They're going to take a
water break?
Official water break right here.
So 4:57 to go here in the first quarter. And the officials will get themselves a little bit of a break. We'll stay here because I never know how long these things are going to be.
Yeah.
So,
well, this time of the year they like to give the kids a minute to get some water and that kind of thing. Again, one of those safety things that
better be safe than sorry. Got a big trip up to Athens tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And I got a big Raiders at their own 20-yard start the game. Westfield did have a 3-and-out on their fins.
Brought down by Kallenbach.
Cameron Kalmbach with the 6, and right there, good pickup for Southland. Just a numbers game, really, spreading Westfield out and getting upfield quickly with the quick hitter.
The same thing we've been throwing at them.
Absolutely. So faking the handoff, Ledger going to keep it, going to be tackled right there at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know if they've got the quarterback reading that thing, but he did a really good job of staying at home and doing his job.
Letting the defender run right by, and he did a good job of playing that hip.
Yeah, that's sort of that read option deal that if the end crashes down, he hits his head on the goalpost. But Brady did a really good
4-yard line. Dropping back to throw, and that ball will be knocked away. Great. We may have a rough in the passer.
Yeah.
He did not do rough in the pass. So first down and 10 for Southland after Kalmbach plants in the quarterback Ledger in the ground.
Stop for us.
So that keeps the drive alive for the Raiders, and Ledger will be under center this time, and they're going to come back.
He's had a whale of a ball game to this point.
Or out there fake.
Well,
it's going to come back the other way.
The wing tee, what's coming.
Where the football is going to go.
Yep.
So they're back under center football.
Yeah, I think looks like Seth Andrews is in the mix there. You never know what's happening.
Yeah. And it looked like right there, Coach Champion, a problem at the mesh point for Ledger.
That was the running back thinks he's getting the ball, and it sometimes can be a tug of war to see who gets it, and that time nobody wanted to give it up, and in the end,
and the Hornets are the recipient or the beneficiaries of the turnover. To his right, one to his left. The play that's been lost, that's Landon Griffin. Knocks the ball away from Kirkley as Kirkley tried to get upfield.
Hunter had sidestepped him, but as the defender went by, he just reached out and swiped it and knocked the ball out of Kirkley's hands.
So all of that goes for naught for Westfield, and now it brings up a first down and 10 for the Raiders as they get the football back.
Sort of move the ball, turnover, or penalties, then turnovers.
So back.
That was looks like a trap right there.
Probably stopped before that, but it's going to roll out. We'll call it second down and 8.
Yeah, call it a gain of 2, maybe a yard and a half or something like that.
Yep. So Westfield still on defense here after an exchange of turnovers on the fumbles. And Ledger comes out in the shotgun now for Perry Usher.
That would be the waggle.
And Westfield not able to defend that play. And gives up the big first down. 1:24 to go here in the first quarter.
And for the first time tonight, Southland's been able to flip the field on us.
So shotgun formation, it's a little bit different, more of a Hudson Collins. And we're inside of 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Westfield, last play of the first quarter. Ledger comes out. We'll see what formation Southland gets in here. Second down and 7. And they need to hurry up a little bit.
They're about mirroring each other.
Send a man in motion, fake the handoff, and nowhere to go. They turn Collins away, and a great tackle there in the back. So number 18, Cooper Avery on the tackle. At the end of one, no score between Southland and Westfield. We'll take a quick break and come back with the.
Is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus.
Sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
And welcome back into Harvey Simpson Stadium on the campus of Southland Academy. The Raiders and the Hornets, a drive going on here inside the 40-yard line of Westfield. But after the big tackle by Avery, Southland has a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, this is a big play right here.
Dropping back, looking to throw, going to go deep. Brady.
Yep. Defended by Billy Jack Gregory right there.
Billy Jack Gregory and Brady maybe doing a little bit of hand wrestling, but both players doing it to one another, and they're normally not going to make that call, especially when the ball's 5 yards away.
Yeah, I think so. I might argue that the ball was uncatchable.
Right. So 4th down and 9 to go. We'll see. It looks like Southland's going to elect to go for it. They're kind of in no man's land here.
Well, I'm guessing their guy's going to do a little.
So that'll make it 4th down and 4. Another penalty killing Westfield. And that makes it manageable, and Westfield better be on the lookout for that again.
Well, I would guess at this point they are going to run a play and go for it.
So Westfield unfortunately falls for the snap, which I kind of have an opinion on that as well, but we'll talk about that at a later point. Because when the quarterback does that, he's moving towards the line of scrimmage, which you can't do.
And Southland's going to call timeout.
But everybody does that, and that's kind of one of those things. In the first half, no score so far. Southland with a 4th down and 4 inside.
Probably a decent time to call timeout right here to think about what you want to do, because it's a pretty big play.
American Seminary Hospital, Ameris Bank, Arrow Exterminators,
I would say if the flat is open, that's pretty much a guaranteed pickup.
And the spread double twins look right here. So I'm guessing you're probably going
4th and 4. Quarterback keeper, and Westfield stuffs it.
I think they tried to run a option or reverse back to the slot back right there, and we had such penetration right there that the quarterback I don't think could pitch the ball.
Because normally when you don't have success with something, warming up with it,
not a good idea.
Right. So Southland turns the ball over on downs to Westfield, and Westfield will have the football in decent field grip on Southland and score a touchdown here. Kirkley back, looking to throw a screen and just not a good pass there.
At his feet. Was that Collenbach? That was actually Porter.
No, that's Porter.
Yeah.
So 11:44 to go.
So you still having problems with the 24 and the 44.
I'm telling you, with these new numbers the way they are, I have trouble with them every game. The Adidas effect. I think most squads got it. Oh, wide open Powers. A great throw, drops it in a bucket, and Powers going to the end zone inside the 5, and he'll score. What a great throw right there by Hunter Kirkley.
Nice throw right there.
Wow. Just dropped it in a bucket. At least on the near hash, a throw that Kirkley really enjoys.
Yeah, he
football on to kick the. Take a quick break and come back with the rest of the first half.
Order up. Santa grilled cheeseburger ready for pickup.
Sonic Uncorked Slushes, ready for pickup.
Coach Champion, I mean, what can you say?
Well, that was just a nice throw and catch right there. Ryan Powers ran a really good route, and Hunter hit him right in stride.
Right on the defender, and as that ball is kicked off and received at the 15-yard line. So Hudson Collins, the senior. I tell you what, they got a good amount of seniors on this squad.
I need to bring my glasses so I can read these rosters. But no, I can't.
Those at the receiver. He picks up a couple.
Yeah, Brady Greer on the tackle. But I mean, they just want to coach on a lot of that spread look. And
the ball is incomplete. That ball was thrown forward, so it's kind of a little swing pattern from the wingback position. How about closing in? Ledger going to bring his troops back out. Number 15, Buddy Brady, has seemed to become the
defense.
Looks like they may be going back to an I formation with a wingback in the slot here in tight. 10:05 to go here, first half. Going to fake the handoff, looking to throw. They're going to throw, and just out of the reach, a little bit of a flood pattern.
There's a flag on the field.
And we'll see what that is. It may be an illegal formation.
Yeah.
From where it is, it's obviously not offsides, or it would have been dead ball.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
No holding.
No holding.
I'm declining this.
Oh, yeah.
Fourth down. That'll bring up 4th down and 8. And Westfield will get off the field. That was looked like a flood pattern, ran a backside, looked like a backside drag or something to that effect, and the ball just thrown too far out in front. He was open, but it would have come back in
right here and can extend this thing out a little bit.
What a good kick. Oh, that is dangerous.
Yeah. And that's what happens.
Man.
You got to get out of the way.
Yeah, that ball just died.
When that ball dies like that, you just gotta eat whatever happens.
Oh, that's unfortunate for the Hornets, because they're about to have great field position and potentially going to take a 2-score lead into the latter part of this second quarter. And just like that, Southland gets 30 yards of field position.
Yeah, that's tough right there.
But probably one of the hardest things to do in football is catch a punt.
I mean, by guy back there, you're taught don't let it hit the ground.
Right.
But at the same time, sometimes you got to.
Oh, Westfield got a fumble? Wow. I didn't even know that it was on the turf.
Yeah.
So Southland fumbles the football.
Gives it right back to us.
And just like that, Westfield gets the football back. So, I mean, if you're Ryan Powers, you're going to your defense and saying, thank you for bailing me out. That played for Georgia Tech. Like, he took pride in never calling a fair catch.
Yeah, well.
And there's guys like that.
There's sometimes that's
like their thing.
Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor.
Absolutely.
I mean, but at the same time, it's a tough position to be in. And
you saw punt returner caught the ball and dropped it, as we're going to see this play as the ball is handed off. It looks like that's Porter Falk.
No, that's actually Noah Blackman.
Noah Blackman.
On the
hands fumbled it, ball bounced up, and the Texas guy. That would have completely.
That was in God's country.
That would have completely changed. Good job right there, number 10, holding him up.
Oh yeah.
Law trying to prevent any injury from Blackman and also keep from anybody hitting him on the way out, which could have been a person. Drives forward, picks up about here for the Hornets Academy.
And our defense do some work.
Make them drive the length of the field back to the jet, the 25, and that'll bring up a first down in and then getting back outside.
Right.
And that's exactly what he does.
Yep, he did a really good job right there, and we had good blocking on that end of the line of scrimmage.
And that's one where they busted it like that. Run, is that Porter Falk?
Yeah, that was Porter down to the 5.
In the passing game, I think that pass to Ryan Powers really
it's a confidence booster right there.
Really got him evened out. Gave him a little bit of confidence as you salute. And Falk going to be folded under at about the 3-yard line.
Give him the 3 right there. A jumbo pack here again.
Not a bad option, him or Kalmbach. Especially that big offensive line up there.
Lean on him a little bit. Oh, Hunter did pull it.
Wow, he walks into the end zone. What a play right there.
Everybody was thinking like I was.
But is that a read play, or did he? So that's huge for Westfield. They take a 13-0 lead, looking to tack on the extra point. So that's a great drive right there for Westfield to answer after getting the turnover back. Field to score. Here
is a challenging environment. They're here after school. Westfield is a harder school, but
he had to cut that commercial short. As Slade gonna tee it up here. And he's gonna do a little jig and get upfield and kick the ball. And making a cut and getting in the open. Collins again.
Yeah, good field position to start for the Raiders.
Probably a touchdown. So again, great field position for the Raiders. And let's see if that Westfield defense can turn them away yet again. The Hornets are on top 14-0. But great field position for the Raiders. Kind of behind into the 8-yard stop route. That'll bring up 2nd down and 2. So look. And Westfield on top 14-0, but Southland has great field position and is trying to put together a little bit of a drive. 3 receivers to the left. Going to hand the ball off and breaking free. I believe that is number 21, Hudson Collins. Dickens.
And that's Tanner Rober.
Formation, sending a man in motion. Going to hand it off and
Crease, he almost looks on the play.
And you the backfield, that'd be nice. Staying at home right there on the quick hitter.
Yeah, that's Tanner Roberson right there.
Maybe gives up a yard.
Yeah.
3rd down and 4.
Yeah, if he's not there, he probably scores because he had a big gap right there.
It's just one of those that hits.
They give you out right here with 4 cents.
Selves up a little bit.
Settle the troops right here. Think about your scouting report, what they like to do in this situation, and try to get in the best possible defense you can, because this is, right here, you pretty much going to have to get 2 stops.
Healthcare, the AB, also Sonic. Mr. Mike. Coach Champion alluded to just a big moment in the game right now to continue to kind of hold that momentum and not allow Southland to score here.
Yeah.
3rd down and 4 to go. And it looks like out of a timeout, Westfield having trouble getting lined up.
He probably would have been better off right there to just take it himself.
Absolutely. He had the 1st down and probably more. So 4th down and 4 to go. Westfield looked like they had trouble getting lined up, but Ledger bails them out a little bit for it. This is where you got to be disciplined and not jump off sides as well.
Very well come with that hard count, that clap again.
So the throw in.
I think that was Bishop Smallwood on the tackle with a little bit of rollout, and I'm sure
so the running lane was not as open. 10 for the. Going to hand the ball on the.
We're now 2nd half kickoff, so you really need a hold right here if at all possible.
So 2nd down and 5, back in the wing tee again. Send a man in motion, going to hand it off to him again. He's going to cut up under. That's Dickens, and trying to get to the inside or into the end zone.
His foot in the ground and was able to
out with the Hornets, and we'll come.
Teachers was great.
And they would have known you like we're so close together. I think of them as my brothers and sisters almost, because they know me so well and I know them so well.
Harvey Simpson Stadium, big 1st and goal play. Looks like zone for a touchdown. I'm off with
for the first time tonight.
Huge for Southland. And unfortunately, Westfield looks like it's good. It is. It's 14 to.
No, you give up that big kickoff now.
Yeah.
So we need to find a way right here to move the football or get something easy if at all possible.
Yeah, you only have, I think, 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, 1 time. You want to be a little bit conservative, but at the same time, you need to see if you can punch out a couple.
Their own big return here. It looks the 10-yard line, and Blackman has a lane, but gets out to about the.
You at least have a little bit of breathing room right here.
Going to that? Right.
That's
the thing. Not fooled at all.
42 on the tackle right there, and be fairly content to get this thing down and go to the half. Southland's okay because they know they're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half too. So now you may see them burn a timeout right here if.
I'll stop the clock with 1:0. Well, I guess it's not going to stop the clock.
Yeah, well, it stops for just a second. It doesn't.
The clock never. It should stop until they've got chance.
Yep, he slips right there.
Yeah, that was. And he almost.
Yeah, he almost. So we go to the halftime with the Hornets up 14-7 here at Harvey Simpson Stadium.
And also talk a little bit about what to expect coming into the 2nd half for both squads. Westfield on top, 14-7. You're watching Hornet football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding. At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the Schools of One Act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Tri High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
What I like about Westfield is just the family atmosphere that we have here. The teachers are just great, the coaches are great.
Even though I was not here when I started school, I came in and it was like everyone acted like I had been here the whole time. It's an environment where everyone just accepts you and wants to get to know you like they would have known you, like all of their friends that have been here since the beginning of grade school.
I just like the atmosphere that you have here. Everybody, they truly care about you.
Everyone in my grade, we're so close together. I think of them as my brothers and sisters almost, because they know me so well and I know them so well.
I think the most important thing that happened to me when I spent my time in Westfield is that I actually become a Christian, and then I actually find my faith, and I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith to.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there. And he does a great job, and I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college They help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have. Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
I have 4 grandparents who are still living, and I realized after some research that this was the best way I could protect them and the community at large.
As a physician, I feel it's important to get them vaccinated for the masses to prevent overcrowding of our ICUs.
I got the vaccine to protect myself and also to protect my mother.
I would ask people, when you consider getting vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus, not only consider your own risk stratification, but also your role in the community.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 2 Sonic grilled cheeseburgers.
I'm on it.
Order up.
Sonic grilled cheeseburger ready for pickup.
I need 3 uncorked slushes.
Adding strawberries to the sangria.
Order up. Sonic uncorked slushes, ready for pickup.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between a variety of clubs. There's culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
What I like about Westfield is just the family atmosphere that we have here. The teachers are just great, the coaches are great.
Even though I was not here when I started school, I came in and it was like everyone acted like I had been here the whole time. It's an environment where everyone just accepts you and wants to get to know you like they would have known you, like all of their friends that have been here since the beginning of grade school.
I just like the atmosphere that you have here. Everybody, they truly care about you.
Everyone in my grade, we're so close together. I think of them as my brothers and sisters almost, because they know me so well and I know them so well.
I think the most important thing that happened to me when I spent my time in Westfield is that I actually become a Christian, and then I actually find my faith, and I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith to.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
I have 4 grandparents who are still living, and I realized after some research that this was the best way I could protect them and the community at large.
As a physician, I feel it's important to get vaccinated for the masses to prevent overcrowding of our ICUs.
I got the vaccine to protect myself and also to protect my mother.
I would ask people, when you consider getting vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus, not only consider your own risk stratification, but also your role in the community.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
And welcome back to Harvey Simpson Stadium on the campus of Southland Academy. And Westfield is on top at halftime, 14-7, as the Hornets picked up 2 touchdowns there in the second quarter, Coach. And tell you what, until that last Southland touchdown drive after the big return by Collins, it looked like Westfield was, as you mentioned, was on the verge of maybe extending that out to getting into comfortable territory, but Southland answers back.
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple opportunities to get stops there. That kick return that they had hurt us a little bit. And you get a stop right there and maybe get another score before the half, and then all of a sudden the thinking in the locker room is a little bit different than it might be. That doubt starts to creep in for the Raiders, and you got a little bit more confidence in what we're doing. Now the key is this first drive of the second half is it's almost imperative for us to get a stop right here coming out of the break, to gain the momentum back.
Absolutely, and some Hornets who've had some really big first halves. Luke White has played great defensively, and Cameron Kalmbach really has come in defensively and played well as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Kalmbach and Luke really had good defensive first halves, and a couple of the guys in the secondary did a pretty good job. And we called Brady Greer's name several times as well. Offensively, the connection from Hunter to Ryan Powers was really big, and then Porter's run the ball really tough there in the first half.
Yeah, those were the offensive names I was going to go to as well. I thought Porter Falk maybe had his best half of the season so far, and kind of looked like a man possessed on the end of that last touchdown drive. And again, as you mentioned, probably the biggest play in the game so far has been the huge connection between Hunter Kirkley and Ryan Powers on a beautiful pass play.
Yeah, I mean, that play for us and the kick return for them are the 2 big plays. Seems like the penalties and turnovers have sort of equaled themselves out. I think we're 2 turnovers apiece in the first half. In the first quarter there, you had a couple penalties by both teams that killed what looked to be some drives. So, that I guess that first quarter was a little bit more of a feeling out process, and then the ball from Hunter to Ryan was, to me, is the sort of the difference in the ball game at this point.
Absolutely, as you see off in the distance, well, you don't see on the camera, but the Hornets making their way back out to
coming from the darkness of the other side of campus over there
to begin their halftime re-warm-ups, if you will. But I tell you what, some keys going here into the second half. I think you talked about it. This game has really just been all about momentum, and so I think if you're Coach Fitzpatrick, you're telling your troops, let's just go out and steal the momentum back.
Yep, got to get a stop.
Go out there, get good kick coverage on the way down. Let's go out and stuff them, get the ball back 3 and out, and let's go back and seize control of the game again.
Yeah, I'm sure that the kickoff coverage team got a little coaching up at halftime, because you can't do that again here in the second half.
Absolutely.
And we need to stop. We need to turn the momentum back in our favor a little bit right here.
So we got a couple minutes left at halftime. What we'll do is we'll take a break, and we will come back with the start of the third quarter. Again, the Hornets lead 14-7 over the Southland Raiders here at halftime. We'll come back with the third quarter and the rest of the ball game. You're watching Hornet football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like. What I like about Westfield is just the family atmosphere that we have here. The teachers are just great, the coaches are great.
Even though I was not here when I started school, I came in and it was like everyone acted like I had been here the whole time. It's an environment where everyone just accepts you and wants to get to know you like they would have known you, like all of their friends that have been here since the beginning of grade school.
I just like the atmosphere that you have here. Everybody, they truly care about you.
Everyone in my grade, we're so close together. I think of them as my brothers and sisters almost because they know me so well and I know them so well.
I think the most important thing that happened to me when I spent my time in Westfield is that I actually become a Christian, and then I actually find my faith, and I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith to.
And we're back here. We're almost set for the start of the third quarter. We're just about 30 seconds away. Again, as we talked during the break, right before the break, they give them that 3 extra minutes, and it's kind of like, well, why don't they just put 23 up there? But Southland a little bit late getting out of the locker room, but they're finishing up and coming over to the near sideline. So we're about set.
They got enough of a haul from their weight room back there that they could jog over and be good and loose and ready to go. So.
Absolutely. And fortunate for the visiting team, they have the shorter walk.
No, actually, it's a little bit longer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
did not realize that.
Go back to the
other side,
the old gym back there on the back side. So.
Gotcha.
We know it well. We've been here many, many times.
I feel like I've been here more times than I can count now.
Yep. Well,
I remember the first trip over here.
Well, the good thing is it's an easy trip.
Oh, yeah, it's not bad at all. It's basically one road until you get into Perry. Then you got to weave around to find your neighborhood. But other than that, But yeah, that first trip over here, Westfield had a very good night. It was in blowout fashion, and then later on in the season they played this same Southland team, and it went down to the wire in the semifinals.
Yep,
that was our first year covering the
that
Hornets.
was that was at our place.
Yep, that was a great contest, and it was a completely different team. And sometimes when Southland decides to get in these days into the I formation, it brings back memories of that game.
Well, that was a semifinal game, if I remember correctly.
Yep, that was the first state championship year for the Hornets. They're hoping to maybe duplicate something like that this season. That'd be nice. So we're here at the start of the third quarter. The kick is away from Slade. And a little bit better coverage that time for the Hornets. Big tackle right there at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, that was 17 Harper Shelton.
So getting down there and making a tackle.
Yep. It's good to see Harper out there. He's one of those kids that worked really, really hard to get a little bit of that playing time.
It's always good to see success come to those who work hard for it.
and I do think next year he's going to be one of those names you'll call a lot.
So, again, here it is, Coach. I mean, we talked about how important for both squads really this drive is to start the second half.
Well, this is a lot better for us. It's about 30 yards
right
on the right end of the field.
I formation, and Ledger scrambling away. He does get away finally and tackled hard. And, standing over him. And, wow, I'm surprised that didn't draw a flag.
And Kallenbach on the stop right there.
So looks like it's a gain of 3, but a lot of extracurricular from the quarterback. I don't know if you want to fire up people if you're the quarterback, though.
No.
I know that, you would.
You want to get what you can get, but sometimes you got to make a business decision.
Yeah,
too.
just turn around and go back to the huddle and let's not do all the extracurricular.
Yeah.
But sometimes football is a high emotion game.
Yeah, but there shouldn't be any place for that kind of stuff.
Nope. So I formation behind the quarterback Ledger. And the ball up in the air. Westfield comes away with it, basically intercepts it out of the air, and that is number 62, Cole Miller, after the handoff went awry. And Westfield has great field position at the 24-yard line.
That was the stop that we needed right there.
And Westfield, if they can punch this one in, that will, again, that big mo that we talked about is huge, and that's exactly what the Hornets and Coach Rob Fitzpatrick wanted to see coming out of halftime. What a play.
Yeah, that's a huge stop right there. And now you're in that position to put that doubt right back in their minds.
Right, and, if you were Southland coming out of halftime, you're thinking, let's go down, tie the ball game, we're right back in it. And instead, Westfield has a chance to close that door on them quickly if they can convert here. Hand the ball off to Porter Falk. Falk cuts it up inside, picks up about 3, and
on that speed sweep right there.
Well, we'll say 2. So 2nd down and 8. And again, stretching that defense a little bit. Southland does a good job tracking it down. We'll see if Westfield attacks the middle out of that spread look.
Well, that's what you do is you get them thinking outside, and then hit them in the middle just to keep them honest. We've had our success tonight on that jet action.
You want to stretch that rubber band out until it's weak in the middle and snap it. And Falk busts through right there. Break tackle, spins off inside the 10, down to the 6. And a great run right there again. Porter Falk just adding to his phenomenal night so far.
And those are the kind of runs right there that break people's will.
Well, he's just spinning and breaking a lot of arm tackles. And
with low pads. And
he's hard to bring down. He's a big fella. He's obviously a wrestler, so he's got that low center of gravity as well. He knows how to get down there low. And what a great run right there by Falk. And you hope that he can just finish this off. Kirkley in the shotgun with a 1 receiver to his right, 3 to his left. Falk offset. They're going to throw a little swing pattern. That ball is incomplete. Thrown forward out to Ryan Powers off his hands. A little too high, and that'll bring up 2nd down and goal
Big
from
key
the 6.
key right there is make sure it's going forward.
Right. And right here, you got to think, does Kirkley go back to a quarterback keep?
Well, you can run that read look right here with Porter.
Right.
Or I think Kallenbach's in the game right now.
Yeah, you're right. Kallenbach is in there. He's got that big green towel coming down on the back. And he's way offset, if you notice. He's a good 3 yards away from and behind Kirkley, trying to get that angle. And they're going to hand it off. Kirkley's going to keep it. And a great job by Southland. Really crashing down. They know how important this series is to this game for them. You hold to a field goal here. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
A 10-point lead as opposed to a 14-point. It's still a 2-possession, but still less to overcome, less of a mountain to climb. 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line, maybe even close to the 7. And Westfield desperately hoping to get in the end zone here. And part of me wonders, do you just take a shot at throwing it up to number 5?
Well, that's definitely in the playbook, and there it is right there. And he went up and got it. Touchdown, Westfield.
And a great throw right there, and Ryan Powers goes up over everybody and snags that out of the air. A good throw and a better catch.
Yep, that's where you use his size right there, because a lot of schools can't match up with that.
Right, and he's got, not only does he have the height, he's got the mass to kind of box you out.
Well, and he's got some ups too.
Right, he can jump. He's a smooth-looking athlete, I tell you what.
And he's nowhere close to his potential yet.
Oh, no, he's got a lot of ceiling left.
Yep.
Slade's kick is up and good.
Yep.
And Westfield leads after the huge turnover, 21-7. We'll take a quick break and come back with the rest of the third quarter right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
And welcome back to Harvey Simpson Stadium. Slade set to kick, and it's an angled kick here to the near side. That ball goes through the hands, and it's on the ground still. And I believe that's Collins that comes away with it.
He finally picked it up.
Right, that thing went right through the bread basket for Collins, and he's lucky that they're able to get back on that.
Yeah, those high-hanging kicks like that, as a returner, you start glancing to see where those guys are coming from.
So 9:14 to go here in the third quarter. Southland has the ball at their own 26-yard line. Ledger hands the ball off to number 5, and he's tackled. That's David Dickens.
And then they call him back on the stop again.
So Kalmbach comes up and makes a big play again. We've consistently called his name on defense.
Yeah, he's the engine that makes it run in there, having to sort of fill that spot left from Cole Williams.
Yeah, and unfortunate, that's when you look at kind of maybe what's the difference between this game and maybe week 1 is you're missing a big cog in that defense.
Yeah, oh, no doubt. No doubt.
And you got to figure out how to make up for that as a stop pattern thrown out and caught and then recaught by number 80. That is Henry Johnson, the 11th grade tight end.
Yep.
And that'll be enough for a first down for Southland.
Bishop Smallwood comes up and makes the stop right there.
Westfield giving a lot of cushion on the outside there, but
well, when you're up by 2 scores, you can afford to give up a little bit of a cushion right there.
Yeah, you don't want to get beat and give up a quick touchdown on a deep pass. Keep everything in front of you. First down and 10 for the Raiders. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ledger hands the ball off and tackled. I believe that's again number 5, Dickens.
And that's Kalmbach again on the stop.
So a 3-yard pickup for Dickens. Kalmbach on the stop. And the Hornets have to defend a second down and 7. So second down and 7 for the Raiders. Ledger has 3 receivers to the right side of the formation, 1 here to the left. He's got a back right next to him in the backfield. Westfield with 4 down linemen. See if they go back to the air. That stop pattern has been what they've gone to, and that ball was never snapped. That'll be a 5-yard illegal.
I think the center was slow snapping that ball.
Illegal procedure penalty. And that'll back them up, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, that's going to get called against the wideouts, but that's really on the center for not snapping the ball in a timely fashion.
So 7:06 to go here.
And a big difference between 2nd and 7 and 2nd and 12.
Absolutely. So you got 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Yeah, the white hat just cranked his arm, and they still haven't run the clock. And looks like it's going to be a sack for Westfield.
Yeah. Cooper Avery with the initial pressure, but Cole Miller's going to get the credit for the sack because the quarterback got away from Cooper, but Cole was right there to clean the thing up.
So that is a big loss of about 8 on the play, maybe 9. Looks like it's going to bring up 3rd down and 22. So again, in the shotgun formation, you haven't seen Southland go back as they try to run a draw play, and it got 8 up. Was that Luke White in there?
That's Cole Miller again.
Was that Cole Miller again?
Yeah.
Whew. Tell you what, that had no shot, and he loses 3 on that play. So 4th down and 25 now for the Raiders, and they're going to punt it away.
I think this would be a punting situation.
Tell you what, Cole Miller, we talked about how good Cameron Kalmbach could play, and he has, but Cole Miller is like, give me some pub.
Yep. He's had a really good 3rd quarter for sure.
So Ryan going to stay away from it that time. He's like, fool me once. Uh-oh, we got some extracurricular.
Yep.
So flags down on the field. We'll see what happened. Either way, Westfield's going to get possession. This could be offsetting, which a lot of times they are.
Yeah. Which makes no sense to me.
Why even throw the flag?
Yeah. Well, what's
somebody
the
had
point
to
of
initiate it.
Yeah.
There's 3 flags on the field.
Yep.
There's one at the 49, and there's 2 at about the 42-yard line on the far side. Well, now at the 44, he adjusts one of them. We'll see what the call is. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Southland. So it'll bring up an additional 15 yards for the Hornets, and that should push Westfield into Southland territory.
Should put the ball on the
45.
45.
Somewhere around there.
But there's still a lot of discussion.
Yep.
Not sure why.
Well, really the spot has nothing to do with it.
No.
It's now from the end of the down ball is where the 15 yards should be marked off.
They're going to mark it off from the spot of the foul, which...
That's not assessed correctly.
Yeah, I don't...
Unless they're saying before the play, but that is...
Yeah, but...
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that worked out that way.
But I tell you what, Westfield gets...
It works out great for us.
25 yards.
Yep.
And I'm not sure that was assessed correctly.
No, it actually ended up 30 yards.
Is it 30?
Well, it was 30 yards from where the kick went out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't know if that was assessed correctly, but I'm not going to. And they're conferring
Yeah,
again.
they're sitting there talking about that.
They're rolling with it. Looks like it.
Well. Yep. Officials just got to get in the right positions.
Yep.
And they're still talking.
Don't call him over there. Just keep him where he is. Y'all figure out what's going on and then go. This is an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think that they administered it correctly, but they're taking an awful lot of time.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of argument from Southland, though.
No.
So
it shouldn't be from us either. Now we're going to stop and talk about something else. And finally, we're going to play football.
All right, we're blown ready for play.
Finally.
It's the ball at the 30-yard line. Westfield hands the ball off. No, Kirkley keeps it blocked down by Ryan Powers from the outside, and Kirkley breaks loose and picks up 5 yards. So Westfield will have the football at the 25-yard line of Southland. 2nd and 5 for the Hornets. And probably the Hornets have to get a little over the 20. They're touching the 25 right now, but I think the chain actually extends.
I think it's going to be 6, yeah.
It's right in there in between that 4 and 5 yard pickup. So looking to throw. Kirkley going to get upfield. He breaks loose, gets to the outside. He's inside the 10-yard line. He's going to beat everybody to the end zone.
Touchdown.
Just when everything broke down, Kirkley scrambles to the outside, and he scores from 20 yards out. 25 yards out, and the Hornets go up 27-7.
Yeah, that was big right there.
Well, he stepped up, got eluded pressure, which the same type of play he fumbled in the first quarter. He gets away from that and then cuts back to the left, and he outruns everybody.
He had good vision because that whole side of the line just collapsed to Southland defense.
Absolutely, and Westfield extra point away from going up 3 scores in this contest. And a 2nd down play for Southland ends up being a fumble, and a snowball is created there on the first possession of this second half. Slade's kick is up and good. And just like that, the Hornets on top 28-7 with 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break and come back with the rest of the third right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back to Harvey Simpson Stadium. Westfield leads now 28-7. This contest, at least at the beginning of the game, was marred by errors from both teams. Seemed like every time one of them would make a penalty, the other one would counter with a penalty. And then the same with turnovers. Westfield finally got on the scoreboard there in the second quarter. They scored 2 touchdowns, and Southland with a late one to cut it to 14-7. And then it's been all Westfield since here in the third. And that kick comes down to, I believe that's Collins.
Who's got a club on his hand.
No, that's number 10, excuse me. That's Caleb Law.
That's pretty impressive to be able to catch a kickoff with a club on your hand.
Tell you what, that can't be fun.
No. And dangerous. Because there's not a lot of protection for the football.
Nope. You got to try to probably cradle with the good arm and cover with the broken one.
That's pretty impressive.
He's probably got to have some good speed in trying to.
What's the?
I don't know. He's wanting to have a conversation with somebody. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Oh, they need Joe. I think their trainer is actually out of town this weekend or something. So I think Joe's sort of serving as a trainer for both.
So Joe, you see coming in with that green shirt on, and Joe is going to take a look at, looks like number 8, Keaton Griffin.
Yeah.
Down on the sideline. You may be able to make it out. I think he's just outside of camera view right now. We'll kind of protect his privacy, keep it away.
So does that mean I can charge Southland a little bit of Joe's pay for today?
I don't know how that works, but you handle the billing. I believe the fellow you need to see is in the press box to our left, right?
Send the bill to Clint Humphrey.
Yes, I think he's the
director at Southland Academy.
I think he's the guy.
Yeah.
Which, as we should mention, and we try to when we go to places, the hospitality has been wonderful.
Oh, it always is
usual.
Here. These folks here do things first class, that's for sure.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Dropping back out of the wing tee, hits the big target again. Kind of his go-to.
Yeah.
That's Buddy Brady again. Pickup of about 8 on the play.
Yeah, Ryan Powers, was it Brady Greer and Brody McDaniel all over there on the tackle.
That's a pickup of 9.
Yeah. That's the play that they've had the most success on.
Right, and Westfield at this point, as you mentioned in the previous defensive stand, they're willing to give that up right now because they don't want to get beat deep. They want to force Southland to drive the length of the field.
Keep everything in front of you. Let them eat clock.
Right, clock is really more important right now than the yardage. They're going to hand the ball off on the jet sweep, and Dickens is going to be licked right there in the backfield. We'll see if he picks it up. It's going to be close to a first down yardage. I think he may be just short. He's at about the 38-yard line.
And that's 33, Dean Massey in on the tackle.
So Massey coming up with a big play, and on the last drive it was Cole Miller.
Yeah, it looks like Massey's in there for Kallenbach in this series.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 1. Less than 1, I would say. And it looks like Southland is going back to the full house backfield.
Yep.
And you may see a hard count here.
You're going to see
quarterback sneak,
bush
push.
Let those extra linemen, fullback, whatever you want to call them, just push you, which used to be illegal.
Yeah, the old bush push. And that is, well, even though that's a cramp, but that's really the very reason why they used to be illegal.
Yep.
Because it's kind of a player safety issue.
Yeah, it's a dangerous thing right there.
It's like, if you want to know why that's dangerous, go watch the sport of rugby.
Yes.
That is why that's dangerous.
Yes.
And the only saving grace for football players is they're wearing helmets as opposed to nothing.
Nothing.
Although, is it the Eagles or I think it's the Eagles have he's an offensive lineman now, I believe, who used to be the big-time rugby player over in Australia.
That I couldn't tell you.
I forget his name, but they showed some video.
All the Australians now are punters, aren't they?
They are, but this guy is a legit 6'8", 340, and he could move as a rugby player, and then he came over and learned how to play offensive line. So
yeah,
I guess if you're that big and can move that fast, it doesn't matter a whole lot. Going for the wheel route, and Collins comes up with it right there. It looked like Greer slipped, number 16 and 33 and number 2. So McDaniel and number 33, that is Dean Massey, had to come over and clean it up.
Nice little play design right there, and a pretty good throw. We did a pretty decent job defending had we not slipped right there.
Yeah, Greer, the ball was underthrown a little bit, so Greer maybe has a chance if he doesn't slip. And I would be going out on a limb, but that was 16, so that's Bryant Greer, not Brody.
Yeah, I can't keep them apart. It's a lot easier when you got numbers.
So back in the wing T formation. It's the best drive of the second half for Southland. The tight end
pop pass.
Yeah. And again, they hit it for about 10 yards.
Yeah. And both the Greer twins and Dean Massey in on that tackle.
So Massey and Greer's.
The Greer sandwich right there.
Right. They come up with a stop, and again, Westfield, as you mentioned, just kind of keeping everything in front of them right now, and Southland's going to take what they're given, and they're moving the football right down the field inside the Westfield 35-yard line. And we'll see if the Hornets can come up with a stop. They're going back to the I formation, are the Raiders.
Well, but we're doing exactly what we need to do. We're eating a bunch of clock right here.
So they're going to run the midline and tackle the fullback.
And
he's still rumbling. That's number 26, I believe.
Yep.
That's Greer Hagerson on the carry. He picks up, looks like about 3, 2.
Hard for us to bring him down right there.
But I tell you what, a lot of sideways movement, but not a whole lot of forward movement. Maybe picks up 3 yards, and again, eats up a lot of clock. I know you're still in the third quarter, but you're down 3 scores.
Yeah.
So at this pace,
this is perfect for us.
Westfield is not concerned. Again, even if they score at the end of this drive, you're up 3 scores. Right now, you're wanting to play sound defense and keep everything in front of you. Don't take risks. Southland taking a lot of time to snap the football. Going to send a man in motion, fake the handoff, going to come back with the counter play. And that's going to take it under a minute, down to 43 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
And Tanner Roberson and Cooper Avery in on the tackle.
So that'll be a first down for the Raiders, but the clock will move, and we're under 30 seconds to go, and this should be the last play of the third quarter, barring any penalty on the defense. And looks like they're going to get back in the wing T formation. Southland is. They have a wide receiver to their right. Ledger send a man in motion. Going to fake the handoff. No, run the midline. And quarterback keeps it. Is tackled inside the 20-yard line, and that will wrap up the third quarter. So at the end of 3, Westfield leads 28-7. Southland is driving. We'll take a quick break and come back with the fourth quarter. You're watching Westfield Hornet football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Sorry.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there. And he does a great job, and I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
And welcome back to America's Georgia. Westfield on top, 28-7. The Southland Raiders have the football. Second down and 5 to go at the start of the fourth quarter, trailing 28-7. Ledger has the football. Sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff, quarterback follow, and tackled right there. Maybe a yard gain.
Seth Andrews on the tackle right there.
So Ledger with the run, Seth Andrews with the tackle. We'll see where they mark the football. It looks like it's going to be down to the 16-yard line.
So they're going to give him a gain of a couple on that play.
Yes, I think that'll at least make it. That's going to make it third down and 3, I think.
Yeah. I don't think the down marker's
in the right spot.
In the right spot. I think he's about a yard off. I think the official's going to have to. He may be closer. Yeah, he's closer than I thought he was. Now he moves it.
So we're going to call it 3rd and 3. It looks like on the other side it's about 3rd and 4. They got the heavy set in. Going to hand the ball off to the deep back, and he's going to pick up the first. And a good hole created right there.
That heavy set has given us a little bit of a problem.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of beef in there.
Yeah, there is.
They're giving you the full beef brisket right there, not just the flat or the point separate.
So the question now becomes, is that ball touching the line? And I guess the officials are going to say yes. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10.
Right, but here's what you're looking at. If you're
if you're
Westfield, you're under 10:30. That's how long it's taken.
That's the big thing for the Hornets. That clock is running.
Took the rest of the 3rd quarter to get to this point, and now it's taken multiple. Well, we're coming up on 2 minutes into the 4th to even get within 14. And now you've got a tackle. Ooh, big hit. Who was that? Let's see.
That's Tanner Roberson right there on the tackle.
Tanner Roberson. Cole Miller was on the bottom of the pile, but Tanner Roberson with the big hit.
Going to be a loss of a yard on the play?
Yeah, so that'll be 2nd down and – no, excuse me. Yes, that'll be 2nd and goal from outside the 10 down out about the 11-yard line. Again, inside 10 minutes to play here in the game. Southland down 3 scores. To me, why are you not going to the air right here? Stop the clock.
Well, but they've had some success running the ball, and I think that's really what they are. I mean, but it seems like you've got to go quicker than what they're going.
Right. So spreading Westfield out a little bit, finally getting out, and Westfield sending some pressure, and that ball is just going to be thrown to nobody. That he gets the ball maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
He's outside the tackle box. I don't know what the rule is in high school.
Well,
Cole Miller showing some good sportsmanship, trying to help him up.
There is no tackle box.
So that's not a thing. So no. Yep.
Yeah.
So there is no college rule where you just get outside the tackle box and throw it beyond the line of scrimmage.
There is none in high school.
There has to be somebody in the area.
Yeah.
So that'll be a loss of down penalty as well. So that'll be 3rd and goal from where the spot of the throw was, which it looks like it's at the 25-yard line. So theoretically, Southland has to get a score from the 25-yard line in 2 downs to keep this drive alive, or a penalty.
Yeah.
I don't know what an auto penalty in high school would be as far as auto personal foul,
fouls.
like dead ball personal foul type.
No, well, dead ball is going to be after change of possession here. It's roughing the passer.
Gotcha.
Something like that.
So
it has to be a live ball personal foul, basically.
So that's actually not a spot foul. It is a spot foul. It's not placed at the spot. It's 5 additional at the spot.
Yep. And loss of down.
And loss of down, which is the big part.
Yep.
So now when that clock starts again, which it should start, because that really isn't a legitimate pass, it should start now, right?
I'm not sure about that.
Let's see what he.
No,
he doesn't crank it. Westfield going to call a timeout.
Yep.
Probably pretty smart though.
Well,
because now you're in a different position. You've got Southland has a lot more field to play with, and they're probably going to put this ball in the air.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but
let's get organized here defensively.
The message here is keep everything in front of you. Do not let anybody get behind you.
Yeah. If you force a throw short, you've got to be sure to come up and make tackles.
You got to make tackles.
Even if you let them drag you for a couple extra yards,
so cares.
Make the tackle.
Yep. Make the tackle.
And you know what if I'm Coach Kinsler over there with the defense, I'm telling them, what are the pass plays that they've been successful at tonight? The stop route at about 8 yards and the wheel route.
You're going to be in a semi-prevent defense.
Right. But I would definitely keep my eyes on somebody out of the backfield and number 15.
Yeah.
Those 2 concepts offensively for Southland have been their kind of go-to.
Yeah.
15 has been the comfort blanket, if you will, for Chase Ledger. That's Buddy Brady. And he's a big target.
Yeah. Well.
But again, like you said, at this point for Westfield, it's all about the clock and less about the scoreboard, and it's more about keeping everything in front of you.
Yep. I mean, that's you can't let something crazy right there happen and them get behind you and get a cheap score right. I think Coach Murray's out there on the field sort of debating on whether that should have been an intentional grounding or not.
I mean, if the rule is truly nobody in the area, there was nobody in the area.
There was a guy in the back of the end zone on that side of the field, but that was
15 yards away.
Yeah, so I don't.
There's general guidelines for officials as what in the area means.
Yeah, well,
it's normally around 5, 6, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think they give them a little bit of leeway. But
right. It's similar to the blocking downfield. They're going to give you a few yards.
Yeah.
They're not going to give you 7 yards. They're going to give you 3 yards maybe.
Well, let's see. We've got our what looks like a prevent defense right here where our safety is 25 yards off the ball.
But I could see Coach Kinsler sending maybe one extra here just to try to get Ledger off its mark. Throwing it deep. And they're going to throw a penalty.
Now, that is not an automatic first down. That should be half the distance. Now, I wonder why they changed why the down marker is showing third down.
It was third down.
It was? I thought it was fourth down.
Intentional was second.
Okay.
Yeah, see.
So now, well.
That's one frustrating thing about that kind of play right there. Because what they're doing is doing that because they want to try to draw a foul.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really how they're trying to get yardage back.
Yeah. So but now, I don't know, I'm confused. Now they're saying it's fourth down.
I don't think it's fourth. It's third down. Yeah, he's getting it. The white hat's getting it corrected.
Yeah. They changed that rule a few years ago because pass interference used to be a automatic first down, but it is not anymore. Okay, now they're going to change it. Third. Yeah.
Man, a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
Looking to throw. They hit the receiver across the middle. He's down inside the 10 at the 6 or right at the 5. So it's still 4th and goal, and we're inside 9 minutes.
Yep.
So looks like they're going to bring out the heavies.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to go with that power eye look again.
It's 4th and 5.
Yep.
So Southland has to score or get a penalty to extend this drive.
But they've come from the 30 to the 5
in 2 plays.
And 1 down.
Right.
So this is where you look for something funny out of this power look, like a fullback in the flats. All right, and Southland's going to call timeout right here.
Well, they burned about almost a minute.
Well, and no matter what happens right here, this drive is successful for the Hornets in the fact that it's eaten probably, 5-6 minutes off the clock? Because didn't this drive start in the
it started with about 3 minutes to go in the third. So you're looking at almost 7 minutes gone by. So even if it ends in a touchdown, like you said,
it's still a win.
It's still a win in the sense that you made them go the full length of the field and use up all that time.
Right. That's the big thing, is using up that time.
How big would it be, though, to turn them away completely?
Oh,
I mean,
well, that's the
nail.
that's the
driving the nail in the
result
coffin
that you really want. But
right,
we've done what we need to do by just killing the clock.
So does that? Let me ask you this: does that make the play call here a little bit more free? Are you a little bit more loose with maybe sending extra bodies?
Well, I think it's not the end-all, be-all either way. I mean,
so if you send more and they score, but if you gamble and come up right.
Well, but if you gamble and come up wrong, I think you lean on what you do.
So 8:13 to go here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to roll out with Ledger, and Ledger is going to walk into the end zone.
Yep.
And they're mad. Somebody's mad on that Westfield sideline. I don't know what the I don't know. I think Coach Kinsler's probably just mad because the defensive end allowed him to get outside.
I can almost tell you that either a defensive end or an outside linebacker didn't do their job right there and keep the contain.
Right.
The extra point is good, so it's the Hornets 28, Southland 14.
Yeah, we'll stay here. It's been a
but more importantly for the Hornets, only 8 minutes to go in the ball game.
Right.
And Southland had to burn one of their timeouts right there.
So 28-14. I think you're probably looking right here to be very protective of potential onside kick.
Yeah, I mean you gotta think something crazy is coming right here. At some point you're gonna have to just lean on your defense though. I forgot that we had to sit up here with the band.
Yep.
But hey, I'm okay with that. Brings a little atmosphere to it. I'm sure our coaches reminded them about the onside kick.
There's kind of a dead zone over here on the near side, outside of, that's 51 for Westfield, William Stringer, and that kick is deep. And that's going to be fielded by Blackman, and he's going to get upfield and breaks a tackle, gets to the 30, or the 29, we'll call it. And he'll be wrangled there, but Westfield has decent field position, but again, as we continue to harp on it, they're up 2 scores with 7:55 to go.
I can imagine you're going to see a little bit of Mr. Falk here.
Porter Falk, and when he needs a breather, probably Kalmbach.
Yep.
Kalmbach has played a lot on defense tonight, and Porter has seemed to kind of take on that feature back role tonight at least, because Kalmbach has had to be the fill-in for Coleman Miller. Excuse me, Coleman Williams. Too many Coles. Hand off to Falk. And looks like we fumbled.
Yep.
Wow. So one thing you can't do.
Yep. And that's actually better than an onside kick for Southland.
Wow.
Now all of a sudden your mentality on defense has to change a little bit, and you have to become a little bit more aggressive.
You cannot fumble that ball there. That's got to be so frustrating.
And now Southland goes to that spread look again.
And you're going to pick up a first down.
Kalmbach on the tackle again. They've had some success in the middle of our pass defense.
And he just throws it right past the linebacker's floating back, but he just waits until he gets past the backer to throw it right past his ear. So inside the 20, Southland driving after the turnover. They're going to hand the ball off to Dickens, and he runs through a tackle. He's down inside the 10-yard line. And looks like it's going to be a first down.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be on the 7, 8-yard line.
First and goal. Inside of 7 minutes to play here, but Westfield has really given new life back to Southland.
Momentum has definitely changed right here.
And a tackle right there of the quarterback.
Yeah, nice
they
job.
tried that keeper play, and good job of staying at home.
That's Bryant Greer.
Bryant Greer tackles Ledger, and that'll push the ball back to the 14-yard line.
That's a big play right there. And I think that's what Coach Kinsler was upset about on the last possession, was losing that contain. So I'm sure he got coached up over there while we were on offense.
Absolutely. So getting close to under 6 to play, right at 6:02. So after this play, we'll be under 6 minutes. Snap back to Ledger, looking to throw, nowhere to go with it. Getting pressure. They're going to sack him in the backfield, and that's going to push the ball all the way back to the 22-yard line. So third down and goal from the 22, and this almost seems like a replay of the last series.
As Yogi Berra would say, deja vu all over again.
Exactly.
You didn't think we would get a Yogi Berra reference tonight, did you?
No, but it's always appropriate when it comes out.
Which is not necessarily the case with my vocabulary all the time.
Now it's interesting. You got third down and goal from the 24, and instead of in 4 wides, you're under center.
Going to be the waggle right here.
They're looking for a throwback. And Powers comes up with the tackle, though. Good job of being disciplined. Even though you give up about 10.
I think somebody must have ran the wrong route, because he was looking back to the far side of the field over there, and there was not a receiver over there. So I'm guessing a tight end ran the wrong route.
Good discipline right there by Westfield, though. Sticking with the receivers, you keeping everything in front of you. And Powers comes up with a big open field tackle and forces a fourth down and goal from the 15-yard line. So now you really want to get off the field here if you're Westfield, and that just takes away that Porter Falk fumble and washes it clean. Back under center. Got to think it's going to be play action. They're going to drop straight back, looking to throw. And looking to throw back, and he's going to throw it to the back of the end zone, and that ball is knocked away, incomplete.
Nice job.
Westfield will take over on downs.
Billy Jack Gregory, I think, was the one that deflected the pass, knocked it down.
It looked like Ledger wanted to go quick,
Yeah.
And when it wasn't there, he kind of had to make something out of nothing, and nowhere to go with the football. He throws it up, and again, you said Billy Jack Gregory makes a great play
by knocking it down to the ground versus trying to
pick it off
to intercept it.
So Westfield has the football at the 15-yard line. You know, if I'm Coach Fitzpatrick, I'm maybe thinking, let's keep the ball in Kirkley's hand.
All right, we call timeout right here. I don't know that we had
all
the right personnel on the field.
We're under 4. Well, we're right at 4. My clock is still moving. I don't know why it's not stopping. 4:06 to go.
Now we just need to grind out quite a few first downs. What do they call it? A 4-minute offense?
4-minute baby.
And hang on to the football.
I mean, even if you pick up a first down and have to punt it, you're okay.
Yeah.
Because that's going to take, a couple minutes off the clock. You punt it away. You think up 2 scores with under 2 to play. You should be. You feel pretty good about yourself at that point.
Yeah. Well, keep the clock moving. hang on to the football.
Again, I'm thinking right here, Kirkley all the way.
Yep. I wouldn't.
I mean, I know Porter has been great tonight.
Yeah.
He's had the fumble, and you don't really want to make him gun shy about that by not going back to him, but you got to think they're going to be keying on him.
And we put 2 in the backfield right there. Is that Noah? Yeah.
So they're going to give the ball to Noah, and he breaks free. He may go.
No,
he steps out of bounds. Good play right there by Southland. Can't make out who the defender was. Was that number 26?
That's what it looked like. 26 and 16 over there.
16 is Trey Sellers. 26 is Greer Hagerson. Make the play to stop Blackman, or else he's walking into the end zone. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets, and maybe they picked up too quick of a first down. They need another one.
And the problem with that is you went out of bounds.
Right.
But, at this point, it's fine. Just keep grinding it away.
They're going to fake the hand. No, they're going to give it.
Give it to Porter right there.
Hogtied.
Yep.
And Southland going to call timeout. Yep. I guess those will probably be the 30-second varieties.
Well, I don't think there's any such thing in high school football.
Is there not?
No.
I know in college they'll say this is a 30-second because they know the only reason they're calling a timeout
there's actually
is
a flag on the field.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh. So they called
something that looked like a
chop
block or a clip against us.
Chop block called against the Hornets.
If I'm Southland, aren't I declining this? I'm not giving you a down back.
Yeah.
Because that makes it first down again.
Yeah, but you don't lose a lot of time because I don't think the clock is supposed to stop because the last play was an out-of-bounds play anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Because that was a run play stopped inbounds right there. So I don't know how that works.
I think it reverts back to the last play, but don't quote me on that. Yep. So he didn't
crank it.
No, he did not crank it. So,
although they haven't run the clock when he's cranked it before. So.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of at the discretion of the guy punching the buttons. We give to Porter right there, and he's brought down after a gain of about 2. And now Southland's going to get that timeout.
Porter Falk on the carry, brought down by number 26, Greer Henderson.
So that'll leave Southland with 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, that's the problem Southland's got is
3:38 to go.
It's 2 scores, and you don't have but 1 timeout left.
Well, spotted at the 14 and the 2nd and 24 for Westfield.
.338 left to play. A couple more first downs, and that ought to do it, hadn't it?
Should. But right here you got 2nd down and 23.
Yeah.
And I would assume Westfield's going to
just run the ball.
Run the football.
Run the ball. I mean, worst case scenario, you make Southland burn their timeouts.
Punt it away.
They
get the football back with 2 minutes to play or something.
Yeah. Well,
or less.
And in fact, you just keep the clock running.
Right.
Well, you can, even if they take timeout on 3rd down, you can still kill 40+ seconds
on 4th
before you have to punt the ball away. And you're up an extra score. That's the good part.
So giving it to Blackman, and looks like they're going to throw a flag for something.
We're going to get a block in the back, looks like.
But Southland probably is going to decline
I would decline this one because it's going to be 3rd and still, 16,
Holding.
17? Decline. Yeah, I would think they would decline it. Yeah, I'm like you. I would have declined that penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Take the down there. And now they wind the clock.
Still stop.
The official said wind it.
And there it goes. They got to hurry up, though. The play clock's under 10. Hand the ball off up the middle. That's Porter Falk. A big hole, and that'll burn Southland's last timeout. So that's all.
And that would have been the very same thing if you declined the penalty. It would have almost been the same exact spot.
Except that time that you just burned off
exactly
would have been saved, because it would have been the third down play right there instead of another second down play. So 3rd and 16 with 3:15 to go. So now you take whatever the time is going to be plus the time of the play, you can burn before you have to punt.
Well, I'm almost here. You take the play, you burn the play clock all the way down, call timeout, punt the ball, keep the ball in front of you. It's real simple from up here, isn't it?
The problem that you throw in there, the variable that you got to consider always, is that you're dealing with 15 to 18-year-old kids.
Trust me,
you're always aware of that variable, right?
Yeah, we wake up every morning thinking about that, or in the middle of the night thinking about that.
That's the variable that is, and you never know.
Yep.
What's going to happen? And Kirkley going to keep it. Yep. Ooh, I tell you what. And he's got to stay inbounds.
Oh.
That is the worst thing that you could have had happen.
I can assure you that'll be a coaching point on Monday in the film room.
You've either got to remind yourself or you got to have somebody remind everybody. If you have the football in your hands, do not go out of bounds.
Because in essence, you just gave them another timeout.
Right, exactly. And now instead of them getting the ball back with 2 minutes to play, they have an extra minute.
Yep. But I'm sure that'll be a coaching point.
So number 10 back deep, that's Caleb Law, and he's the one with the cast.
Yeah, he's the one with the club.
And the kick is away, and it's a good one. And Caleb Law going to try to outflank the Hornets, and looks like Greer brings him down.
Yeah. It was
Bryant.
Yeah, but there wasn't a single Raider back there blocking, so I think he'd have been better off just hitting the ground.
So 2:57 to go. 2-scored lead for the Hornets. Southland with the football at their own 36-yard line. And no timeouts for Southland. Westfield still does not have 2 timeouts. I don't know why they said they have 2 timeouts. I don't believe Westfield I think they have 1 timeout remaining.
I know we've burned 1.
I thought we burned 1, and then we burned a second one right after, like the next series.
May have.
It was all in that exchange between the 3rd and 4th quarter. So keeping the ball in front of him, but a first down catch. I think that's number 16.
15.
15, Buddy.
Yeah, Billy Jack Gregory.
Excuse me, Buddy Brady.
Yeah, Billy Jack Gregory on the tackle for the Hornets.
So 2:44 to go. The clock does stop.
But the clock, for just a second.
Right. And then now it's running again. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders. I don't think Buddy or Brady ever got set. They're going deep down the middle. And great defense right there by
Trey Hardy and Billy Jack Gregory.
So Trey Hardy, Billy Jack Gregory with good defense right there. I don't think Brady ever got set on the outside. It looked like he was still moving, and now he may have a hamstring. He's grabbing the back of his leg right there. And it's 2-minute man. Brady, you got to get back up there in there and get ready to go. This ain't halfway through the third quarter after you run a fly pattern. Ledger throwing back across the field. Picked off by Ryan Powers. And that should wrap it up.
That should be it.
And we may have
got a penalty.
Face mask.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yep, face mask. He held up the 5-yard. Looked like number 3, that's Carmelo Volley, maybe grabbed the face mask of Ryan Powers, and that is the throw that is kind of the
that's a tough,
never do it. Throwing back across the field, off
never
across your
end
body.
well, no matter what level you're playing at.
Nope. So if this holds true, Westfield will move to 2-1 on the season. Southland will drop to 1-3 on the season, and the Hornets, unless things change, will be off next week, and then we'll have their first home game in 2 weeks. But we could have a late edition. We don't know yet, so they're still kind of waiting to see what happens there. Westfield going to be in the gun with 2:17 to go here in the fourth. Snap is to Kirkley. They're going to get it to Blackman. He's trying to get wide. He cuts back and just falls down. Now that's exactly what you got to do. So second down, he loses 3, but he doesn't care because right now it's about running the clock.
Yep. At this point, you're in no hurry to do anything. Just let that.
You may have to run 2 more plays. This one and the next one.
Well, you can almost. I don't know that you're still at the point where you can take a knee, but you're pretty close.
Well, you could take 2 knees and punt it.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't want to do that. Well, I think you're now at a point where you can, actually, because it's only second down.
They're trying to strip now. Porter Falk tackled at about the 49-yard line. He picks up that lost yardage
40
back.
seconds off the clock, take a knee, and go to the house.
Yep, I mean, I think you're there now.
Well, and the play clock hadn't even started yet.
Yep. So you run this play here, it's pretty much over as long as you successfully get this snap. And it looks like the Westfield Hornets will move again to 2-1 on the young season. And we will quickly, once the final time has run off the clock, we will quickly go into our Westfield Booster Club postgame show and give you our Sonic Player of the Game, and there's been multiple candidates here tonight. Ball snap. Westfield going to take a knee, does Hunter Kirkley, and that will do it.
That's it.
So Westfield comes over to Americus. They travel the 45 to an hour time frame all the way over here to Southland and face an old-time rival and come away with a victory here at Harvey Simpson Stadium. Coach Champion, a hard-fought game. Southland really tried to make it interesting. Westfield did enough to come away with the W. They never really got to that point where they could run away with it per se. Southland was just too gritty, but the Hornets get a very good victory over a good squad over here in Southland.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, anytime you can come over here against your rival and walk out with the W, you take it. You know when you come over here that it's going to be a war for the entire ball game. So, yeah, get out of here with a W and get back to work on Monday.
So we're in our Westfield Booster Club post-game show and just wanted to quickly take us into our Sonic Player of the Game. And I tell you what, there are so many candidates. I think I got to mention 4. Ryan Powers on offense and defense making the big interception to end the game. I think Cole Miller played his butt off.
Yep.
And I also think that Kalmbach on defense and then Porter Falk, I thought, other than the fumble, was outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, the first one that came to my mind was Kalmbach, just because of what he did on defense. Seems like he was in on every tackle when he was in the ball game. So, I could go with either of.
And just like to thank all of our sponsors yet again. See how that
we're gonna see how that one works out. We don't know.
Yeah, that's still kind of up and all that stuff here the last couple of years.
So. Just don't know what's what and all that stuff. So
yep. So anyways, we've seen. I've been Brett Taylor. Thanks, Chip Champion, for joining me, and Logan Veal on the camera. We say so long here from Harvey Simpson Stadium.